How's it going, my dudes? Welcome back to another video. Now, you may have heard the Sonya clone before, but what exactly is the Sonya clone? And for some of you guys, you have already heard of it. And if you're still wondering which is the better team, New Year's Elia or the Sonya team, the answer is just the Sonya clone. It is a little bit stronger and I'll explain why later on in the video. But the long story short is, if you think for the team, you will benefit the team. And if you think for yourself, unfortunately, you are only going to focus on yourself. But the runtime depends on the team. So as most of you guys know, I have not made any Sonya videos. And it's honestly not because I don't have her. Let's take a look at my Sonya. Okay, so if you go to the portal over here and you click on raids and you just click on Sonya, there you can see her over there. She's kind of shy. She hasn't really came to my box. I'm not sure why, but she's there and this is my Sonya. So let's get on with the video. Okay, I really need to preface here that I do not own this video. I'll link the original video down in the descriptions below. You can go and check it out. Give the video some thumbs up, support his channel, and let me move on with describing this team. Thanks Jeb for sharing this team comp. Okay, so what you're looking at here is 3 of the exact same lineups. In fact, everyone needs to have the exact same skill gauges, which is basically maxed out mana bots, because only with the same skill gauges can you activate consistent 9-chain combos. And you need consistent 9-chain combos in order to continuously do incredible amounts of damage. So your team is going to have to look like that. Unfortunately, you're going to need to have 40% skill gauge on your Sonya. You can get that from the New Year's weapon. If you do not have the New Year's weapon because you are here from the future or something like that, tell me what's the next lottery numbers, but you can also work with basic Book of Lies. The level 0 version actually adds 40% skill gauge. It goes up to 80%, but you definitely need it to be at 40%. Okay, so I think I need to quickly explain why the Sonya team is going to be a lot better than the New Year's Elia team. The Sonya team is considered a very co-op friendly team because Sonya, Liesel, Faf, and Owlbird, they all have co-op white buffs. So that's 4 different co-op white buffs. However, for the New Year's Elia team, you're basically just running at most 2 co-op buffers. You may possibly run Owl, which is something that I'm trying to play around with. But at the end of the day, it's still only going to be 3 co-op buffers. You're going to do a lot more damage with the 4th co-op buffer, especially when Sonya has a 75% attack buff for the entire co-op team. So in essence, Sonya on her own, if you're just going to run one single Sonya clone, you are not going to do a lot of damage. In fact, you're going to realize that, hey, you know what, my DPS is actually one of the lowest. But that's the thing. So for Golem EX, where it's really a race against time, it's not a race against numbers. Generally speaking, if you perform for your team, you're going to do a lot better. At least in the long runs, right? I mean, the faster you clear runs, the faster you get to the next bell, something like that. So that's why there is a kind of discourse in Discord where you have a lot of people trying to push for the Sonya clone team to be a real big thing, even amongst the pubs as well. It definitely has my stamp of approval. I think it's a great team. It's definitely very fast and it's very smart. I think it has really good synergy. The way it works is just absolutely fantastic. So generally speaking, for this comp, you don't have a wombo combo until the 3rd skill use. So after 3 skill uses, that's when your Suzu is able to capture the skill gauge and then Sonya can use her skill afterwards. And it becomes very smooth sailing after that. So it's kind of just the first minute where your runs are a little bit slow and a little bit stagnant, but eventually it just snowballs like crazy after a while. Because that's when the wombo combo starts to set in. And when Sonya does her thing, that's when all hell breaks loose. And all those buffs just become super handy. And to add, this is not what I have seen, but this is what people have claimed. The runs can even go down to as fast as 1.5 minutes. But of course, this is not to say that the Light Elia team is completely invalid. I think the Light Elia team is still really strong. Definitely use it if you have a Light Elia comp, right? If you don't know what that is, check the video that I've uploaded yesterday. It's kind of the most efficient way to play the game, I guess. You're gonna need to use Light Elia in many different situations, so why not just use one unit for all kinds of content, right? And that's pretty much what I'm going for with the way I tend to build my teams. I focus more on efficiency before raw power. So build something universal before moving into more specific comps. I think that's how I like to play it. But yeah, there you go, 2.5 minutes with a bunch of his units dying at the same time. So it can potentially be really fast. That's all the time I have for this video. It's almost 5 minutes. If you have any questions at all, feel free to drop them in the comment section down below. This has been Free to Play, by the way, and as always, I will see you in the next video.